Alright, kiddies, listen to me. We're gonna sing the Mickey Mouse March in Japanese.
Konnichiwa.
Good enough, Archie. That's it. Welcome to Mickey's Tokyo Disneyland Adventure. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to translate into.
Mickey's Tokyo Disneyland Adventure.
So it's a fan translation. That was nice of them.
Not exactly, no. It's just that it's the translation I found while looking up this game up online, because, yeah, this is a pretty interesting little game I discovered ages ago, and, well, I did want to show it off for a look at, just on its own merits, but yeah, we're just gonna skip the cutscene here, because honestly, it's nothing all that special. You're just, well, Pete's being a dick and took all your friends and scattered them all across Tokyo Disneyland, so Mickey's gotta go save them with this new gimmick that entails using balloons.
Okay, so yeah, as you can see, Tokyo Disneyland kind of, for Sally's sake, as you can see, Tokyo Disneyland more or less follows the same structure as normal Disneyland. So first we're going to Pirates of the Caribbean, I think.
As a matter of fact, you're right. This is essentially Caribbean.
It was fun, right?
And guess what's inside it?
Celie enjoyed.
I'm still mad at you.
You had fun. I fooled her.
Okay, so you tell him the story.
In case you haven't said this already, by the way, you're hearing Yo-Ho, It's a Pirate's Life for Me in the background, I think. Yeah, here it is. It's fun. That's like the song of the movie. But anyway, so actually, before I tell the story, James, how do we control Mickey? And what's all the stuff we're doing?
Okay, so the main gimmick behind Mickey's Tokyo Disneyland Adventure is that you have, well, your main method of offense and transportation is through balloons. You can make water balloons and gas-filled balloons. Basically, with water balloons, they're more of the offensive. They're the heavier method, so you use those to attack ground-based enemies, as well as weigh down some switches or whatever. With the gas balloon, you pretty much float in the air, and you can pretty much go all Rocket Knight adventures in any direction.
That's
that,
nice.
and it can also be somewhat useful against airborne enemies like bats.
Okay. So, and then, yeah, so, to explain that is, in Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride itself, it starts off in the plot of the movie, sorry, the plot of the ride, if you can call that, is you start off in a old Louisiana bayou, and then the idea is like, oh, there's like an old man who's remembering his pirate days, and then you go through some mystical, like, portal, so to speak, into the land of pirates that has been left below underground by now.
I wish that could have worked.
And it starts off with like that, and that's where you see like what you see in all the marketing. That's where you see the Jolly Roger who talks to you and like talks about saying "dead men tell no tales" and all that stuff. And then what happens is that to signify you falling deep underground into this portal is directly after that is approximately a 20.
Well, this is awkward. Well, it's a good thing I have access to water balloons, which I can use to weigh down this button.
An infinite supply of them.
Use those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, you do have an unlimited supply of water and gas, so no need to worry about that.
Oh, yeah, and actually that's really cool. That pirate in the background holding the gem, that's actually imagery from the ride. That is a scene from the ride, is him in a pile of gold looking at stuff.
Oh, I remember that.
But anyway, so what happens is that right after the Jolly Roger is that then there's then a 20-foot drop in darkness, and you're on and it's a water.
Was it a 20-foot drop?
I believe it is.
I don't think I remember that when I went to the ride.
It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it because you're in the dark. But yeah, you go like you don't go straight down. It's like a ramp, but you go about 20 feet. I think I remember.
Damn. I mean, okay. In all fairness, I do remember going on the ride myself, but this was like during my graduation, my grad year. It was for grad night, and well, that was by the time when we already had the movie series, and well, some of the set pieces were replaced accordingly.
Okay. But yeah, I think one of the biggest drops is the 60-foot drop at Splash Mountain, I think. Also, Mickey's just like, don't worry, I have the solution! He just starts throwing water balloons at the fire.
So the 20-foot drop.
So the 20-foot drop is that I didn't tell Celia. So the thing was that I didn't tell Celia about. Oh, I see what you're doing. That's smart.
Oh boy, goodies!
So the fun part was that I didn't. So the fun part was that I didn't tell Celia about it prior to the ride because she's never gone to Disneyland before. So she thought it was going to be a nice, calm, chill ride, which it really is. It's just those two drops suddenly in the middle of it, and then the rest of it is just nice and calm. But, yeah, suddenly, and then the idea is that she's hearing screams. I'm like, oh no, it's just because of the dark, don't worry. We'll ride right up to the if I've told the story already, I apologize. I feel like I have, but
I don't think
remember
you've
it.
told us the story before. So
if the viewers at home remember, then I apologize. Anyway, so then at the very last second, as we're going over this pit, just as we're tipping over, I go, "Hey, Sealy." Sealy's like, "What?" And I said, "I'm sorry, I lied." And then that's right. That was right when you fell down. So the last words.
Oh boy.
So those are the last words she heard before tumbling down into the darkness below.
Oh yeah, by the way, that traditional Disneyland Mickey hat is your invincibility.
I was gonna say, are you mad?
Yeah. Actually,
I'm Mickey.
I want to ask, just to verify how much of a sad soul I am, is Pirates of the Caribbean in Disney World? Because I don't remember seeing it when I went years ago.
It is, and it's in Adventureland and Walt Disney World. It's a staple.
And I am a sad fool.
You'll go see it again sometime. But yeah, it's usually in Adventureland.
Woohoo!
Well, okay, it's in Adventureland in Walt Disney World. It's technically in New Orleans Square in Disneyland, but that's neither here nor there. And it is in Tokyo Disneyland. And actually, from what I've seen, if you look up YouTube footage of it, they've since then redone. It's either in I think it may be the Hong Kong China, but there's like a new Pirates of the Caribbean that's more inspired by the Johnny Depp films, and they did a really great job with that. Technically speaking, using like film projectors and like live action stuff, and like your ship goes forward, it goes backward. It's really well done.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I already said earlier that technically, like when I was going on the ride, they did alter some of the sets to be more in line with the movie, and I think one of the things I did see was I don't remember if it was a skeleton or if it was just a puppet of Johnny Depp's take of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh yeah, no, that was something they added. It was probably something you saw. Yeah, right around when the movies were getting popular, they added Jack Sparrow's character to some of the scenes as an animatronic and as a skeleton at one point, I think, in the ride. In fact, fun fact is that they talk about it. They still talk about it as if it still happens. It doesn't. But back when it was a new thing, back when like the movies were premiering, at World's End actually premiered in Disneyland at one point. Like they set up a whole big film screen at that Rivers of America city right outside Pirates of the Caribbean. They had a whole theater set up there, and that's how they premiered. That's how they premiered the movie.
And
I mean, say what you will about the movie at large. I mean, that is a pretty awesome way to debut it.
And I remember,
especially because
I was about to say, I remember because not only did they do that, but I also know that that one thing that they did to help promote at World's End was the Jim Henson Company actually had Kermit appear there and like interact with the stars there at the premiere, and even had his own little Jack Sparrow costume.
Speaking of Captain Jack, here's Captain Jack.
Jeez. But yeah, no, they around that time because he had his full costume, Johnny Depp himself actually went on to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride and started surprising guests while in the scenes. It was actually him. That was fun. There was and the cool thing about the premiere itself was that so Disneyland has this I don't know if I should call it technology, but this design of they usually use it for the Phantasmic performances, where they'll blast a wide stream of water. Oh, me and my pet seagull will.
I hate taking a bath.
Why did I invest in the seagull and not the hawk?
I knew I should have gotten my boss lessons from someone other than a giant ape in a necktie.
But yes, what was the thing? Was that it was Daisy.
Yep, we saved Daisy on the Black Pearl. At least I think this is the Black Pearl.
I guess, but yeah. So the cool thing was that they have Disneyland has this technology where they'll blast a wide screen of water. Have you ever been using the hose and you place your thumb over the tip of it so it sprays out like a fan?
Yeah.
They basically have that technology, but blasting like 20 feet in the air. So they use that and they project onto it like a screen.
Huh.
And
that's pretty neat.
And I'm thinking that's how they did it for the thing. Anyway, Big Thunder Mountain.
Yep, that's literally what this is.
Someone put a big Thunder Mountain over here.
Where Sealy caught a dude's hat.
Oh yeah, that's
What?
right, I did.
We were
Yeah,
on
we
Big
were-
Thunder. This is the part where we
Yeah,
talk. This is the video where all the viewers get to hear our annoying Disneyland stories, which I still like. So
That's
we were.
fair. I mean, the most else I can say about the game is that, I mean, I like the idea behind it, like the whole gimmick of using water balloons and gas balloons for their own specific purposes.
Yeah,
like,
and the jet
I mean,
propulsion
it's
is fun.
very versatile, but at the same time, one detriment I will get to the game is that the controls are very stiff.
Oh, geez, and sudden things like that happen.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
your reaction time is not as good as, say, like in the Magical Quest or the Illusion games. Like, this is probably not the ideal way of controlling a mouse.
But you have a
Yeah.
fun little move set, though.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's what I think somewhat saves this product. I mean, granted, it's not the greatest game out of all of them. It's just that it has an interesting gimmick, and that's about the most I can say. And also, you're playing as Mickey Mouse in Disneyland. I mean, how much more fun could it be?
I know.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
we
as
should
an
probably
idea.
that story.
Yeah.
All right, so back to Big Thunder Mountain. The
Okay.
story.
We're on Big Thunder Mountain. It's a roller coaster. We're on a runaway steam train, running around, going through mines and stuff. And there was a dude in front of us. Crouch.
There's actually another way we're supposed to do this.
Oh.
Gotta use the gas balloon diagonally.
Whoa. Okay. And we got the invincibility. Yay. So you go through it's on Big Thunder Mountain, and there's a dude in front of us around like the second row who had a baseball cap on, and unfortunately he did not listen to the very aptly timed prospector going, "Hold on your hats and glasses, because this is the wildest ride in the world." And they outright say it, "Put your hats and glasses and best remove them." But he did not remove them. And so when he tilted his head up, I guess the wind caught on the bill of the baseball cap, and it went flying off of his head. And Celie, who had her hands up in the air, as I did because we were enjoying the ride, it actually landed and she caught it.
Oh,
And
nice.
we were like 4
Yeah,
rows
I
behind
got
him.
it.
Did you have to end up giving it back?
Oh no, yeah, well of course we were gonna. And we,
yeah, but it was so cool. I wasn't even trying. I had my hands up, and then
And
all of
it
a sudden
swooped in.
the hat came by, and then I instinctively went to grab it, and then I actually caught it.
And then
I can imagine Celie now. She's like, "All right, another hat."
No, the guy looked back and we said, "No, we got it." And he was all cool, and which was great. Which I like that because I like that at least because now he gets to know. In terms of him, I like that because now he doesn't have to go the rest of the ride all like, "Oh, geez, did I lose that hat?"
Yeah,
Now he can
worry about
enjoy
his
it.
hat.
Because we gave it back to him, but yeah, it was fun. I enjoy.
A 2-hour line wait for that.
I need it. Yeah, this is not the ride. Don't worry. This is not what the ride looks like. Everyone has to. You have to push yourself through the ride.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
go
I
ahead,
can't
Ty.
tell. But it's like, not for nothing, it's cute hearing your guys' stories about, your Disneyland adventures and whatnot. It's like, just hearing from it kind of makes the stuff I did sound really mundane.
Oh, come on, go ahead. You
go,
got to go. You got to go to Walt Disney World. Tell us about that
Well,
stuff.
let me see. Well, the first place we went to was Epcot, and one of the places I went there
Nice.
that I liked was, like, the Mars Mission Simulation Room.
Oh, that's so
And-
cool. Yeah, like it's like you each get like it's 4 people to a station, and it's like each of the 4 people. Oh, there's the dinosaur thing. It's like each of the 4 people actually have their own unique things they can do with buttons and stuff. It's like an interactive adventure.
Yeah, it was pretty tense. I'm sure we went to other places, but that was like the big stick-out one. Then we went to Animal Kingdom, which...
gee.
You
Anyway.
tripped.
Yeah. Then we went to Animal
He
Kingdom,
stepped, well,
which...
to be fair, he stepped in spikes. This is
Oh.
what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay. But then I went to Animal Kingdom, which was probably my least favorite of the 4, mainly just because it was hot out, so I kind of felt miserable.
Oh, it's
And
super hot
the only
there.
really noteworthy ride I remember was... We didn't really go to any of the safaris. I think we went to one of the animal-themed rides, and that one Bug's Life, It's Tough to Be a Bug thing.
Oh, in the tree. Yeah. Did you go on? Was Expedition Everest around at the time?
I don't remember, because, again, we were only in Florida for, like, 2 days, so we didn't have enough time to do, like, everything in all the parks.
Okay, but I will say Animal Kingdom can be the toughest in terms of like handling the heat because with all the trees around it is easy. I think one of the most humid places in the park. It's,
Oh no! Damn it!
No.
and that ends Mickey's quest.
And thus Mickey sued Disneyland.
No.
Aw.
But yeah, I guess, The last thing I'll say is that the last place we went to, and definitely my favorite, was when we went to Hollywood Studios, or MGM, or whatever it's called. It was really awesome. I got to go to this animation place where it was like it was like a museum showing like what am I trying to say? Showing like a museum of all the different like movies that they had, and even had like production stills and whatnot, and a point where you can like learn to draw characters with one of the animators. And that was really nice. And then after that, probably the biggest highlight of all was when we went to see Fantasmic.
Oh yeah,
nice.
they're fantastic. They have a whole state. It's great.
But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed our little look at on Logan Seeley and Hype's memories through Tokyo Disneyland for the Super Famicom system. I mean, if you like what you saw, I mean, go buy a Super Famicom console on eBay or whatever, go grab it, and there you go. Or you could just Yarhar it, like the true pirate ye be. But till next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye. Whoops.
Omae wo shinderu.